Justice Sotomayor?
Counsel, that the state court is applying a lesser standard than reasonable suspicion. It cited the Lovegreen, its own precedent, Lovegreen.
Yes.
And in Lovegreen, it said it characterized community caretaking stops as the least intrusive category of stop, even less intrusive than a Terry stop. And that's the standard they're using.
That's right, Your Honor.
And that's not the standard we set in Brigham.
It is not. And
now, stop trying to help yourself. I've gotten the point out, right? All right. Let me get to the second point, which is Brigham also said the manner of entry has to be reasonable, okay? The one thing that nobody ever discussed here, including Justice Alito, is he does this when he's drunk, correct?
Your Honor, the call was that he had been drinking.
And all of these calls to the police had been, nobody thought of just letting him ride out his drunkenness, did they?
No, Your Honor. There's a comment on the tape. I believe it's Officer Lindstedt who poses the question, do we leave him? But it is ambiguous as to what he's connoting.
All right. Now, they also didn't think of, instead of death by suicide, since he never pulled a gun on anybody else, okay, getting medical personnel to go in, which lots of divisions do on suicide cases, don't they?
They do, Your Honor. Here, I just would note that Officer Lindstedt still did ask, should we stage medical, but I don't think that they did that, and there was no further discussion.
That's the point.
Yeah.
They didn't try to call. They didn't do anything except not get a warrant and break it. Correct?
That's right, Your Honor. They talked about calling other people, family members, the father. They talked about calling him. They ultimately, at least on the body cam videos, there's no...
So there's a real question, even for the court below, whether the entry under the facts of this case, not generally when you're really afraid of a suicide, because they're saying he doesn't have the guts. It's not one officer. A bunch of them were taking... It sounded to me like they were taking bets on it, and everybody was saying, he wants suicide by cops. He's not going to shoot. He doesn't have the guts.
Right, Justice Sotomayor. I would quote the dissent. What the dissent says is all the officers on the scene stated that it was unlikely case required immediate aid, but rather was likely lying in wait for them to commit suicide by cop.
So they can decide, not us, on these facts, whether it meets the Brigham standard.
Yes, Your Honor.
What we do know is that the Montana court used a different standard, lower than reasonable suspicion.
That's right.
Thank you.
Justice Kagan?